This week I sort of rediscovered the Marshall JTM45 as a platform really for kind of these glassier tones. I'm really enjoying them, but also kind of, you know, got some of that Marshall bite to it, a little bit different sounding. The JTM45, of course, a classic amp for a reason. We've got these in the Fractal universe. I chose the JTM just by itself, JTM45. You've got the JTM jumped as well. And if you want the normal channel, which would be like the darker sound, you can just turn the treble knob down on the jumped. That effectively does that. And also could be looking at the Dirty Shirley, because that is a somewhat modded JTM45 apparently. Anyway, these videos are brought to you by G66 UK, which is your place to get an FM3, an FM9 or an Axpex 3 in the UK. And there's no wait list, and there's a UK service centre. So yeah, right, let's jump in. So this is kind of building on a base of a preset that I started last week. But maybe we'll just turn the reverb and delay down a smidge first. So I'm really loving the touch responsiveness of it, and it's kind of glassy, kind of somewhere between, I don't know, to me sounds like a little bit, you know, like that kind of edge of breakup-y, voxy, between a Vox and a Fender type sound. You know, let me know what you reckon it sounds like. Not awful, hopefully. Anyway, so I'm using a compressor up front, the dynamic comp, the mix at 80.6, and I'm also using that as sort of like a line level booster, 8.99. So that's there. And then the amp settings specifically that I'm using for this part, this is like the mid-gain bit. They've got the gain at 4.8. Now they're incredibly loud amplifiers, and you know, according to the X Amp Guide, Cliff has said that beyond 3 they can kind of get a bit mushy, but I think that is kind of where if we go into the tone settings, anyway, so 4.1 for the bass, 3.8 for the mids, 6.2 for the treble, and 6.4 for the presence. Then in the ideal section, I've got the bright switch on, which actually kind of helps to negate some of the mud kind of thing. I think that sounds pretty awesome to me. So bright switch on, I think for me with this Strat is the way to go. I'm using Legacy Cab 103 for most of this. I've got the high cut here at 666 1.9. See, that's a 4x12 basket weave TV mix. Then I've got some other scenes and stuff. So as I say, mid-gain without the bright switch. So the scene controller is actually turning on the bright switch. Then high gainer essentially is that same amp setting, but with my normal OD250 kind of settings. Okay, so that's coming from the drive though, most of the drive there, obviously. Then I've got a cleaner kind of setting. So presence and treble are similar, bass is similar, gain though taken down to 2. And I actually changed the cab for this clean as well. I'm using the Dyna cab with the 4x12 Recto straight, condenser, and the high cut there, 4723. And what we could do actually as well is offer this as an option, Timothy mid. So as we know that the amp has quite a lot of bass, we could use the Timothy, or Timmy, to cut some of the bass, give it a bit of a tube screamer type mid push. Do that sort of thing. Then I've also got the clean with the bright switch on. For ultimate kind of glass. I don't know, I'm really liking that. What would be the OD drive-by? Switch that to channel B for the Timmy. For a bit more gain. really nice. Other scenes, I've got the JTM Timmy, which I've now slightly adjusted, right? So I need to take that back down to about 3-ish. So JTM Timmy, essentially going back to that more driven mid kind of gain tone, but with the Timmy in front, and that sounds... got that really fluffy kind of sound to it if you don't have the bright switch. If you do have the bright switch, I thought that was a really, really nice combination actually. So legacy cab still, those mid-gain settings, and then the Timmy with the bass kind of cutting quite a lot. You get that really nice glassiness, and in the ideal section, turn the bright switch on. So I'll drop that up into the folder if you guys want to give it a try. But yeah, that's... what I've been enjoying. Really responsive to, because you've got that nice brightness there, changes every volume knob. So yeah, give it a try, you might dig it. I'll drop it up into the Gumroad folder, and you guys can check that out for about the price of a coffee if you want to. All the settings I've shown you here, so you could also just copy from that. Cheers for stopping by, and I'll catch you in another video soon.